what remains of Edith Finch. I just downloaded it because it took only 6 minutes to download and looked interesting. So I've heard it has some dark turns like that. So I have no idea what's happening at all. Okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Oh wow, the graphics of this are really nice. I really like the style of it too.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Wow. That's one hell of a house. Okay.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
I like the way they do the lyrics too, the subtitles. I'm blind, so this helps
In her
a
will,
lot.
my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or just to bring me back.
Yeah, alright. Near the frogs. There's just logs lining this entire place, apparently.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Okay. Oh wow. Those houses, or, you know, that house with a million rooms, looked like it was in decent condition. The paint was decently new. Out here in
The truth is,
woods, apparently.
even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly
really
like
neat,
I
though.
remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
I bet they put a lot of work into this game. I haven't heard about this game until now.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay then. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to go up here. Oh, yeah, okay. Just trying to go the other way. Yeah, see, look, this house doesn't look so old and awful. It actually looks kind of nice.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
Well.
Looking in,
There's still
I
people.
felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
Yeah, it's a nice little house. It's not dirty or dusty. There's a lot of books. Oh, it's getting dark. Alright. I don't know if I'm supposed to go to the back. Something like that. Maybe no, back here. Alright, there's a trail. Oh, those are nice little chimes. Thought they were like demon monsters coming to eat me. Yes, let.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay, we just, I don't. Okay, we just crawl through there. That's fine, I guess. It's just, you know, car here. It's fine. Some bikes. Why is this place abandoned? Everything here just looks like it's in good condition. What's happening out here? Oh dear God.
The power had been turned
all
off the night we
operated by
left.
It's all operated by one.
For the first time in years,
It's like
I felt like I was home.
basically. Sorry. Need to pay attention.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Spaghetti.
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, it's like everything was just left untouched.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Stay out of there.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
My headphones just died. Hold up. No, they didn't die. They just... Alright, I heard a door open. What was that? Sorry, my headphones were weird. And I heard a door open. I don't know if this is a horror game. I don't think it is. Jesus Christ. Oh.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night. After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Edie. Neato.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Wonder if this is gonna become
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Might be like a... You know,
I spent a lot of
just
time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Oh, that's cool.
Lewis told me there were secret
Neat
passages, but I never believed him.
It's a neat little room. No, maybe there is.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, wow.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
Is it gonna be like a magical
From the paintings on the
land?
wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
All of this game, when you just sit the screen still, it looks like a nice photo, honestly. That's why the game looks really
But I
nice.
had no idea what was behind that
I
door.
like the style. I swear it's gonna be like a magical land or something. Tiny creatures.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Just like you had no idea what's happening. What's happening? Why
I
are
grew
you
up
saving?
looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
It's a skull right there. It's Scorpion.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here. Before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Oh, what's happening? I don't like this.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
What? Okay, just go ahead and eat gerbil food. Yeah, fine. Just eat the fish. I thought about it. You'll eat the gerbil food, but you won't eat the fish. This is a fish's bill. Jesus Christ, she
I
thought
kept
about
eating and eating.
it. Ew. So wait, am I Edith? What remains of Edith? Is this like the last everybody
Mom,
sees
can I
me?
come out now?
I'm in the house.
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Okay. Guess we're going to sleep. Guess. Come on, let's go sleep. I guess not. What is that? A starfish? You dissecting a starfish? Is that what you're doing? Okay. Nope, stop.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Okay.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow
Let's eat this bird. Oh, God.
going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
This kid's crazy, I swear.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Whoa. Okay. I guess I'm a cat now. Oh.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
This is neat. I guess it is magic after all. I guess I'm a cat. This is a magic little cat. I don't think any normal cat can do this. Or I don't think any world would be made like this.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Oh wow, this is a very big tree. No child should ever climb this tree. If you fall, you're dead. I don't know where I'm going for this time. Where are you? Oh, of course I'm going up here.
I gobbled her up,
Oh wow, you fell.
and suddenly I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind.
Wow.
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
This is cool.
Rabbits.
Oh wow. I can fly. Rabbits. Or rabbits, I guess. Rabbits. Rabbits. Yeah, it says rabbits for sure. Rabbits. Is that all I'm gonna find? So I don't know if I'm following this or if this is just looping. I'm in a loop of rabbits. I think that's what's happening here. I don't think anybody's going anywhere. Wait, am I collecting rabbits? I guess so. Guess I'm just following the roads. Okay, rabbits. I think this is just gonna keep doing this. Not doing that. Is this what they were trying to lead me to? I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what that is playing. At least this river's new, it's not just snow. I really don't think we're making it anywhere at all. Oh, look, we made it back here. I don't know if this has a point. We were here earlier. I'm trying to catch rabbits. Well, I wasted that time. Now let's go find some rabbits. Since they basically follow you. I guess I'll just do this. Gotcha. Yeah, rabbit.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up,
Gulp him up.
and I didn't chew one bit. Then I
can see
flew
that.
off to find something bigger.
You just ate an entire rabbit. You're only an owl. I haven't seen many owls eat entire rabbits.
A mama rabbit.
Another rabbit. Mama rabbit.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Well, I guess I'm a shark then. Okay. Wow. Wow. Am I trying to find water or something?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean.
That.
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh, that's cool. Here we have fish.
I wanted fat,
Seal?
juicy seals.
Can I go down? This is how I okay. I had him before. Oop, I see it. See ya. I'm used to playing underwater in Spyro, so up kind of goes down in my brain. I wonder if I could camera control invert it just for now. Yeah, that's better. I can control more like that. That's just how I usually play this game, or games like that. That control like that, at least. I'm trying to find some skills. Anybody? I don't know where my skills are. I have knowledge. I'm just shark, and I have there you go. Right on the
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh, alrighty, room, murderous child. That's alright. More. Your fin, I guess. Where are ya? I have no idea where anything is going anywhere. I can find any seals. That would be nice. Oh, there. It's a seal that's a bleed. Where is it? I guess I lost it? It's got to be around here somewhere. Alright. Oh, there.
Grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything changed.
I'm an Ea? Oh, I'm an octopus. Oh dear God. I don't know what I've done here.
Now I was a monster, and I
Something
smelled
fish.
people everywhere.
Wait, this is people Finch. This is something Finch. It says Finch on it. Oh, okay, so R2 is to bring the camera over there. Ooh, okay, neato. Ah. I guess that works.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Here's the dude. Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's go.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
No, we don't want to stop. Drunk?
Passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Okay then. Just an octopus. Yes.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into
slithering.
an old pipe.
Slithering. I guess. This is an old pipe. An octopus with an infinite amount of arm. I sure am in a bathtub.
I got closer and closer.
Wherever I am. Alrighty. I have no idea what to do here. I'm slithering on. I eat this baby.
All of my stomach started growling.
All of your stomachs? 15
And
of them?
suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Oh wow. Am I gonna get eaten? Alright then. That was the story of Molly Finch.
I'm
Terrifying.
not sure if I
That's a
believed
lot
all
of
of that,
people.
but I'm sure Edie would have.
That's a lot of peeps holes. Peeps holes. That's a lot of peeps holes. Alright. Oh, I can hear a cat. I can hear a cat. Where? Where's this cat I'm hearing? Why is it doing this? Oh, inverted. Alright. I fixed it. Oh god, I'm so bad at this.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Alrighty then. I guess.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Okay. Some part of Molly maybe like. Who knows? How the hell do I get out of here? Here. Here. I'm eternally stuck in here. I guess. Okay. Oof. Oh, okay. Guess I'm going to the window. Just walking out here.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Okay, so Edie is their great-grandmother.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
So they have a bad omen, I guess.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
That's neat.
Odin
Sorry
Finch is
about
the
her.
first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Neat.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Long ways, I suppose. Sven Edie. Oh, this is Edie's, right? Well, yeah, I knew that, but...
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Oh,
The
this
only
is the
trace
bathroom.
Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, yeah.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh, God.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year. Louis
Just
died a week before we left,
Oops.
but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Alright, well, I guess I'm done here. Or, I guess not. Just need to find out how to get out of here, I guess.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Oh. Alright, guess I'm not leaving here. Right now. Doing some more stuff. These doors are sealed. This pink bathroom is pink. Oh, secret place. By Sven and Edith Finch. Her first and last name.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Or not. There's a secret in this room.
It's in the last place you would look.
Oh, hold up. Okay.
It isn't in the cupboard.
Oh, hold up. No. Good go.
It's hidden in this book.
Oh, wow. Oh, no, no. I mean. I guess. them to be done. Oh, that's a big old... big cow. Is this a red room? It's a nice little cow. Alright, that's fine.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished.
Black.
He never put it down.
Alright, we're going over to this place. Bye-bye. Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Two command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh, and there's a little...
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Before he ate another... Oh. Alright then. One foot. Oh, okay. I control one
At
foot
Barbara's
with the other
funeral,
leg.
we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam, Calvin,
It's painting
dinner's
up just...
ready.
It's just painting out a big story.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Alright, how do I stop? Stop this. We just have to let time figure this one out, I guess. Or, you know, just slow down. Stop kicking. Alright. I guess I'd never stop. Okay, good God. For Christ's sakes. Boring at least. And now we get off. Move. Alright, I guess. Is this how Calvin died?
I told him going around was impossible.
At least
Maybe
know
if I hadn't said that.
everything.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh wow, he's just gonna go flying, isn't he?
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
What a way to go.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Just
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Good Christ. Not even. Kind of Jesus, dear Christ.
That's the day he made up his mind to fly.
Oh,
And he
he
did.
just got launched like a cannon. Wow.
Calvin's story felt strangely
Another
familiar.
story.
When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh wow. Okay then. Guess that's Calvin's story.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
And Fort Sam. Bonito. FH4 something? Okay. I can't read.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
It's a caterpillar? Oh, dear God. It has one control, I guess. Oh, cool. That's neat. How did these kids never find out about this?
The passages were a pretty tight fit.
Again?
They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
It's just winder. Oh. Alright, well, what's this over here? Sesquivich. I have a picture
Growing up,
behind Sesquivich.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Alrighty then. Child
I never thought
star.
about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Barb Street. Improv night. Let's see what this says.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Dreadful stories. So this is like a comic written about her death. I can't read
Jack
that.
here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Oh wow. Were all these people just dead?
As a child star, Barbara was famous
They're
for
bad
her
luck.
scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better.
Alrighty then.
I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great
Sounds like
scream.
something out of Goat
It
Simulator.
was Barbara's father, Sven.
Barbara's-
He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing
That's screaming
frustration,
at me.
but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is
Wow.
your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
Ooh, I know
20
where
minutes
that is.
later, Rick
I don't
hadn't
wanna go to-
returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh wait, am I playing now? Alright, yeah, because I know where this is.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
How did he get it? Okay, I don't want to go into the basement. Well, that's where we're going. Oh, Jason music. Jason music. Oh, wow. Ooh. Swinging lights.
She found Rick's crutch
behind me.
and imagined
Oh,
the
no.
worst.
Crutch. They use this crutch as the cool thing. Jason, why is there Jason music playing? I don't understand. guess that worked.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh, there's a table saw. There's a saw. I don't know if you walk in or out of here. I can't tell. I don't understand what's happening. I'm not following. I still don't know that though. Walk. Let me through.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Yeah. Alright, our fridge is rattling.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
Alright, well.
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there?
Here's our couch.
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
It's like a little mini game. Or Jason music. I guess. This is so stupid. Jesus Christ. Let me in. Aren't I supposed to be going upstairs? Yeah. Alright. Get that shit out of here. Stop throwing shoes at me for Christ's sake. On. Alright, guess we're not going that way. Too many heavy cardboard boxes. So heavy. Why aren't you letting me in, y'all? Or are we in the
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh, wow.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
What a murder. Wow.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Windows. Wow, the mountains. Break the windows. Smash them. Door going here. Barbara.
She played her part beautifully.
Alright, I guess.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
It's smacked.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Alrighty, well. Skeletor over there. Skeletor come murder me. No, Skeletor. A lot of Skeletors here.
Had vanished.
Oh, wow.
She listened for his breathing,
People.
but all she heard was...
Get out of my... Next, get out of here. Yes, I get it that the door went ding dong.
Someone in the
Shut up!
was
I
dying
will
to
beat
speak
you.
to young
Jesus
Barbara.
Christ. Shut up.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
look, pet place. I guess. People? There's two just shady... Oh, wow.
You were wonderful.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
The monsters.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself,
Okay, then.
but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had... Poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh, wow.
Now that's what I
Just
call
stick
a
'em-
real
okay.
eerie tale.
Oh, God, shut up. Oh, God. Shut up. Jesus. Alright, then. Let's go find that ear, I guess.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to
Excuse
be
me?
remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alrighty, then. She was in Bigfoot, apparently. Alright, let's get back.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Alrighty, then. Or that basement.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Oh,
Mom
looks
must
like
have
we're
locked
going
the third
upstairs.
floor stairs on the night we left.
Hook killer. Or not. Alright. Well. Oh yeah, we remember how to do this. Let's hope we did not get murdered. Give me that key. There we go. Alrighty, saving. Alright, ready? Some good old, whatever that, laundry detergent from, whatever that says.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Ooh, my back, ow. Alright, then.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Alrighty, I guess she was.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Let me open this darn thing.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What was she hiding? His body? That sure is dark.
I remember asking
Can't see
Mom
much.
once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh wow.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
That is a lot of supplies.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Oh wow, then. Walter, huh?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Wow.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
This is more of a narrative, but I like it.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave.
Been living in here
Well, I still can.
for 30 years. It's ridiculous. I don't know where we can go. This little couch. Can't go back there. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Is there something hidden? Oh, alright, let's, oh god, okay. I'm doing very good. Alright then.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
What?
But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Just break through the wall.
There. I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one.
Alright, that's Walter.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Alright, no, I know how to open it this time, I think. Yeah, I know how to open things. Surprise. We don't use that. Or I guess we do.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
No.
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
This is the hole.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
It's crazy.
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Maybe.
But I thought you should know about your family.
She doesn't even know the full extent to it yet.
And the history you're a part of.
Wow, this game is just astounding.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Up there. Good Christ. Alright. Still the entire third floor of this place still a search. I didn't know anything about this game before. I don't know if it's too long of a game, but I hope to get it done.
And when you look at the house,
this live stream.
That history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Wow. I wonder how much this place cost. There's tons of space, a ton of house, a ton of floors.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery.
Jr., Lucy, Charlie, Daisy, Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Zerby, and Lurpy. And Bailey. Schatzel. What kind of name is Schatzel? Shadow, Oliver, Bob, and Christopher.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch, born December 11th, 1937, died December 13th, 1947. Calvin Finch, born April 25th, 1950, and died September 23, 1961. Most of these people didn't even live that very long. Sven Finch, 1915 to 1964. She lived pretty long, obviously. 1917 to 2010. Wow. That was Edie and Walter. Oh wow. Is that him? Is that like the little track? Or tunnel? Barbara Finch. Born October 31, 1944, died October 31, 1960. So she died on her birthday.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Is this, Bowden?
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that his did he crash? In his ship? Or in a boat? Is that how he died?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house
What's the rest of it?
every
Oh,
night.
that's the other house. That's a different house. That's awesome. It's really interesting. So that's the house. The old house. Which is... It's convenient that this is just located right there to see the place.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton Finch, born...
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Born May 19th, 1992. No death date because it's a monument. Sanjay Kumar, born September 6th, 1966, died February 22, 2002. And Lewis Finch, born December 27th, 1988, died November 21, 2000 something.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
It's a really interesting story. So much to it. It's all just one family.
But looking back on it now,
This is that big.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
It's a weird little storage room in the roof. And I don't even know how you get to that. To break one of these windows? How am I supposed to get up on the ladder? Perfectly good canoe or
I never met
kayak
Grandpa
in
Sam,
there.
but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Melodic? Oh. No. Some nice windows. Oh, it's a little playroom. Gregory. Oh, wow.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Divorce contract. Hold up. Sorry. Hold up. Let me see this. Divorce contract, Sam Finch and Kay.
Dear Kay,
Something.
do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone. Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh, wow.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
What in the actual hell? Okay. Alright. Am I controlling this frog? I am.
That's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello?
I'm gonna move back a little, so hopefully I don't become too
Sam,
quiet.
I told you I don't want to talk.
Sorry.
What his world was like. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Oh, I kind of like spring up my bounces. Boink. It's a big old bathtub. Oh, wow.
I wish he could have told us
Oh, yeah.
about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
You're so small he went down the drain.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
So many stories. It's a big family, though. Oh, my Dawn's is gone.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea.
Just... Oh, Gus.
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Jesus Christ. This was a wild child. Oh yeah, he even has the frickin' spiked bracelet. Jesus Christ.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Grace, he's gonna get suffocated by the tent.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Hello, more people. Wow. Guess that's the story of Gus.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Well then, remember what they did to Don's. Still, store's sealed like the rest of them. There's just so many little pieces of this house with so much story. It's insane how such little can become so much. Or so little can become so much. Not so yeah. Jesus Christ. Sam. I don't think I read this one. No, okay. Jesus. Pictures of him?
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
Oh, okay, so now we're talking about Dawn. The ones with feathers.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
Maybe.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are.
Aw.
I like.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up.
I like the
Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
Somebody taking a piss? Alrighty, rude.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Fish.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? We found found an old logging trail with deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Buck, apparently?
Give me a minute to check the map.
Basically all the bugs back nesting.
Let's see. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Oh, well, wait, so that's Sam. And I'm the kid taking a picture.
What was it?
So I'm supposed to be finding a photo. Or something.
Dad!
Ah.
Good eyes, Don. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe.
So that was the scope. This is the picture. I don't understand it anymore. Jesus Christ.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to. Great shot, Don!
Alrighty. You murdered the deer. Oh God, look at that face. Oh God.
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
He is not happy about that. Take a picture. Do it.
Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
Do it. Take a picture.
Crap.
What am I doing? Jesus. Alright. Am I supposed to be able to get up there? Oh, Christ. Okay, so I'm supposed to be able to get up there. Oh.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
Sam.
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Alright, so that's how Sam Lasco died. Picture of his death. Oh wow.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Wonder what happened to Dawn's. Or, you know, what happened to Dawn in general. Oh, we were just in there. Get out. Okay. Cat attacking.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I have no idea where we're going. Back out here. Okay, I guess we're going back down here. See. more idea.